What is up, watch friends? Welcome to Friday. And you know what day that is? Well, it's Friday. And it's Q&A, Ask the Magic Watch Ball. And every Friday we do the Q&A for the new subscribers and people who don't know. We have a lighthearted little Q&A. I don't know how lighthearted it is. Sometimes it gets pretty whatever, but it's like, again, all these people in the watch industry that think they have a crystal ball, but they don't. Everyone seems to think they can predict everything, but they can't, and it's all that good stuff. So you can ask the Magic Watch Ball a question. She's pretty cool. She can be rude too, sarcastic, smart ass, and then also nice. Just depends, So how this works is you ask her a question. She's accurate 79% of the time. No, she's 68% accurate 79% of the time. I don't know. Then what I do is I give my 2 cents worth after she answers, or you could just ask me a question and I'll just answer it. So that's how that works. So today I am wearing the Moon Swatch Mission on Earth, which is perfect for me because we're on Earth, and I think we're all here for a reason and put on a mission, whether it's an educational one or otherwise. That's what I believe we're here. So why not? We're a mission on Earth, and that's what we're here to do, complete a mission. So anyway, let's roll the intro and we'll get started. Forgot to say, if you guys want to be featured on the next Q&A or a Q&A, all you got to do is leave your comment down below, ask your question, and it'll be featured in an upcoming episode. So let's get started. That was Uku, by the way. She likes to lick me a lot. First question, and this is no order. I haven't actually even really read these apart from just for a minute and then when I printed them out. First question comes from Balkan Shed. Great video as always. Thanks, brother. I look forward to them every Friday. I appreciate it always. I have a question about service on watches. How often do you take your Rolex or Tudor watches for service? My AD recommends that I bring them in once a year to be checked out. In your opinion, is it really necessary to take it in once a year, especially watches that I might wear only one day a month? Thank you for any information that you can provide. Dude, your fucking AD's a dingleberry, dude. Really? Once a year? I don't take mine in at all. The only time I would ever take a watch in is if it really just started running, inconsistent, slow, fast, or stopped or something like that. If the watch whines, sounds good, runs, keeps time, leave it. You don't need to take it in, especially once a year, man. What's this guy thinking? A watch comes with like a 5-year warranty. And generally, unless there's something wrong with it, you're going to be fine for at least the first 5 years, Even after 5 years, you don't need to take it in unless it's running, a little bit off. So your AD's dumb. He's stupid. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's a really nice guy. He's just looking out for you, dude. So unless he's charging you for it and you're just... Anyway, so appreciate your question always, dude. Joe Giz 64. Great show, Tony. I stumbled upon Max Booster MB&F side project Mad 1. I just entered a raffle for a chance to buy the green version coming out. The blue and the red versions are sick. What does the watch ball think about Mad 1 green? If I'm lucky enough to get selected, I'm going to add it to my collection. Thanks, dude, for the question. What do you think? I think it's a load of horse shit. People complain about Rolex not being able to get them, and now they're selecting you for a chance to win a raffle to be able to purchase one of their watches. Nevertheless, one with a Miyota movement at a price point of about $3,500. Have at it. Enjoy it if you get the chance. You can tell she's a little bit feisty today, dude. Yeah, man. Okay, so people complain, I'm not playing stupid games with the AD to get on a list to be able to buy a Rolex, and then you got the dude from MB&F sitting there giving you a chance to play a raffle for a chance to purchase one of his watches. That dude, I don't like MB&F. I'm sorry. And I don't like the dude. For him, I think it's just about the hype, creating hype about his watches. I've seen him on a couple of shows, and it just seems like that's all he cares about. Like, he was bummed out because one of his watches was only at retail as opposed to triple retail price, you know, on the secondary market. Are you kidding? Really? I don't know. I think the guy's in the business for the wrong reason. I think he makes great watches. Don't get me wrong. I mean, not watches I would buy. I wouldn't buy anything from him. I wouldn't buy a Mad One. I wouldn't buy, you know, and I know Mad One is their lower level of, you know, they're not the hot horology or whatever. But yeah, I mean, dude, but if you like the watch and you think they're sick, then that's all that matters. You know what I mean? And it's cool, you know, and if you get the chance to win that raffle and buy one, then by all means do so and love it and enjoy it. As long as you like it, who fucking cares what I think? Or anybody else. So enjoy it, dude. I hope you win the raffle, but I was just really ranting on the fact that people are basically saying, well, Rolex, 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 but it's okay to put a raffle out there for your chance to basically, you know, Japanese movement. Well, there's nothing wrong with Miyota movements, of course, you know what I mean? But, you know, I don't know. I don't like the watch anyway, so it's what it is, dude. But yes, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for your question, dude. Niner, got a question for you, Tony. How do you handle all the beer bros that insist that their shitty American craft beer is better than Coors? Light-hearted question, guys. Don't get your IPA all tight and hurt. I don't know, man. I'll tell you, I was at a bar. It was a couple years ago. And it was one of those bars that like just had every fucking beer on the planet, and it was super, you know, everyone was like, you know, the guy with the man bun and the beard and the super tight fucking jeans, skinny jeans, you know, with the shoes with no socks and all that. It's like, dude, who are you trying to kid? You're a pussy. And I ordered a Coors Light because they did have it, and they're like, the bartender's like, out of all the beers here, you order a Coors Light. I'm like, dude, you don't know what I've been through in my life. At one point in my time, I would have drank every fucking beer in there. Well, everyone was passed out, and I would have walked right out of that place. But, you know, those days are gone by. Now I just like the simple beer. You know what I mean? And so what anyone else drinks, I don't give a fuck either what anyone else drinks. If you like that shit, by all means, have at it. Thanks for your question, though. Appreciate it. This comes from my sister, Nicole. I heard about Jubilee Flex, but didn't know what it was, especially what can accelerating it or wearing it too loose until I saw your video last week. What exactly is Flex? Once it's there, can it be repaired or tightened? Yeah, all right, so you know what, my Rolex with the Jubilee is in the box, so I don't have it on. But let's just take the Zenith, for instance, right? And say this is just pretend that's a Jubilee bracelet. So the Flex is, when you wear it, essentially what it is within that strap, the bracelet, there are pins, right? And through wear and tear, it doesn't even have to be, you know, tight or too loose or whatever. What will accelerate it is if you're wearing it too loose, you're just a lot of wrist movement, or if you have it too tight, and you're whatever, it's just gonna wear and tear. That's the thing with Jubilee bracelets, man. It just wears. And so what the Flex is like when you hold it like this, see how that strap is you know, it's like that. That's how it is with my Jubilee as well. The bracelet will sag. God, fuck off. Kind of like this. If it was, say I was holding it that way. Sorry. Let's start again. Let's say I'm holding it this way, okay? But that would happen. So it just flops down, okay? And it's super floppy. That's no good, but it happens, and it happens to, you know, Jubilee bracelets, and that's over time. It can be accelerated. Can it be repaired, or can they be tightened? They cannot be tightened. They can be repaired, but it's very expensive, and I don't believe Rolex would do it. So you just, you know, again, just wear the watch the way you're gonna wear it, and if it happens, you know, eventually, you know, just be careful with it, and don't over, you know. I know the new dates, the president bracelet, they've put, I think it's like I don't know if it's titanium or whatever, they've reinforced those, although the presidential bracelet is different than the Jubilee, but it's the same sort of concept, so it won't wear as much. All right, Nick, I appreciate it. Always, dude. Oh, you also asked me another question about, because my little sister, if you don't know, she's also got a bunch of Rolex, asking me about straps, like rubber straps for, which ones would I prefer for, I know you've just bought a new Milgauss, so you've got 2 Milgauss now. You've got a Datejust, you've got a Sub, and your Oyster Perpetual. I don't like changing straps on Rolex. For some reason, Rolex only are the brand that I just prefer on the bracelet. Simple as that. So, but you can get straps. You can get aftermarket straps for them, whatever you choose, you know. So yes, you can change them, and you could put, you know, rubber B. I would recommend a quality, you know, strap for Rolex, obviously. But Straps Co. also has quality straps like 60, 70 bucks. FKM rubber, that would be just fine. If you don't need a fitted one, and you know what I mean by fitted, where it looks like it's it's fitted to the case. Anyway, thanks, Nick. Gordon Harwell, you got notice that you have to go into quarantine for 6 weeks due to an anticipated earthquake. What, dude? The event will impact Southern California and make your apartment and favorite restaurant beachfront property. The question is, what 2 watches would you take into the quarantine, and what additional stuff could you do? What could you not live without, i.e. favorite albums, musical instruments, board games? Would any of your watch choices be different from 5 years ago? First and foremost, dude, I was in the 1994 quake, which felt like a freaking nuclear bomb went off, and I was right in the middle of it. And that, we lost our house, me and my girlfriend, and it was fucking devastating. It's the worst thing I'd ever been through as far as a natural disaster, because it literally felt like a nuclear bomb went off. It was, if any of you guys want to know what it's like, there's plenty of shows and news and footage. I'll put something up, but it looked like a war zone, and it did look like a bomb went off in LA, and it was extremely, extremely stressful. It was very scary. Okay, so having said that, what 2 watches would I take? It's so funny you say quarantine for an earthquake, because they just can't predict earthquakes, you know what I mean? So they certainly wouldn't put you in quarantine for one. I mean, is this a survivable thing? Are we talking about? I would definitely take, probably, I'm gonna use 3 watches. I would take my Zenith Pilot, because it's just robust and, you know, just in case. I would take my Swatch Snoopy, because my little sister gave me that watch, and that watch means more to me than any other watch. But I also take my Rolex GMT probably, just for the hell of it. Instruments, yeah, I'd bring a guitar, probably an ukulele as well. And board games, no. Music, I guess it would be on my phone, whatever's on Spotify that I have, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's a crazy question, dude, but that's cool. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. Let's see. User, okay, this is a long username. Anyway, this is a question. Hi, Tony, great video. Question for the watch ball next week. Does Rolex AD and or Rolex Corporation limit the number of watches per person per year? And is it individually or per couple, like husband and wife? Thank you. Hi to the kitties. Hey, Uku, he says hi to the kitties. Paco, where are you? One of my viewers is saying hi. Don't be rude, say hello back. She's licking her paw. No, I've heard rumors that people were only limited to 3 a year, things of that nature. But as far as that goes, I doubt it. It's up to the ADs really specifically. I don't think Rolex tries to even interfere with the AD's business. Yeah, I don't think Rolex give a fuck. They want to make sure their ADs are being compliant with their guidelines, but I don't think it has anything to do with how many watches you can get. Because I think I got more than 3, just not last year, the year before. Yeah, thanks for your question, man. I appreciate it. So, and it might be different. Every AD is different, dude. You know what I mean? So thanks, dude. This comes from James Brooks 4778. Greetings from England. Greetings back from Hollywood. I hope the back is recovering and great. Oh no, sorry. I hope the back is recovering. And great Q&A. Thanks. My back is a little tweaky, man. I'm a little nervous about it because it's like only been just a month when I got my last epidural. So I'm gonna have to get the surgery, but I'm flying to Nashville next month, music related as well as watch related. So Hopefully my back will hold up. It has to, because if it goes out when I'm gone, I'm done. I'm fucked. Anyway, I have a question for the Magic Watch Ball. I got the call from the AD for the Rolex Explorer 140, Rolex Explorer 140 millimeter, but was not on the list, so I guess someone has declined it. Do I buy it anyway to preserve my relationship? Love your channel, kind regards. What do you think? Well, at this point now, it's been over a week since you asked the question, so I would imagine if you didn't buy it, it's already sold. So for next time, I would say, yeah, buy it, depending on the scenario and situation and what your spend history is. Do you have other Rolexes? Do you not have other Rolexes? How new are you to this AD? There's multiple questions to that. So thank you. All right, man. Yeah, I don't know. Just really all depends on how well do you know this AD? Have you been going in there for a while? Do they know you really well? If it's like, if it was a first time thing and they're just introducing you to get this Rolex, I would have bought it. For instance, if you've already purchased, got a big spend history or whatever it may be, and you can kind of go, I'm not really interested in that, I'm really looking for this, then then don't buy it, you know what I mean? And again, it comes down to the sales rep and the AD. You know what I mean? They'll have that watch sold regardless. You know, will they take you off their thought process list or whatever the hell you want to call it? They may or they may not. So I can't really give you a direct answer. But I appreciate your question, dude. Thank you. Final question. This comes from Chris Bradshaw 7708. The weekly Q&A is a highlight of my week. Great to kick back and enjoy the conversation with you. Thanks, Chris Bradshaw. Last week you were asked if you would take a Daytona on an Oyster Flex. So here's a question for you and the Magic Watch Ball. What is your opinion of the Oyster Flex bracelet and how Rolex uses them on their models? Let's ask the Watch Ball first. I could take it or leave it. Doesn't mean anything to me. You know, Rolex are Rolex, and whatever they do is fine by me. Yeah, man. I don't know. I think they look good, you know, and I think it's fine for what they do. I don't think I would buy one on an Oyster Flex, but you know, they're fine, you know. It doesn't either way, you know what I mean. I prefer, like, I would never wear a date just on a leather strap or Oyster, you know. Let's say, put it this way: if they came out with the OP on some Oyster Flex bracelet, I wouldn't be interested in it. I'd still go for the OP on the bracelet. Same with the date just. Same with the sub. You know, same with the GMT, you know. The Daytona, I kind of like it on the Oyster Flex as well, but not as much as the bracelet. Having said that, you guys, I really appreciate it as always, and just continue to like and subscribe, you know, and well, I guess it keeps me motivated, you know, it's not the money or anything like that, it's just what keeps me motivated to want to make content for you guys. So appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend.